King on Alive and Direct. Everybody keep hitting me about Big Meech. I mean, they keep doing it. I keep seeing this Bleu Davinci all over line speaking about this Cuffy situation and all that. I ain't gonna keep on beating a dead horse. But I do want to bring to the people attention. How do you guys actually sit up there and listen to a known Rilzat? Listen, court of law. This is the court of law, America. If a person is a criminal and they get on the stand and they ever done a crime, and they get on the stand defending themselves or someone else, they're going to say they're not a credible witness because they was in crime. So what do we do about a liar, a known liar, a liar? What do we do about this type of guy, Bleu Davinci? What do we do? Do we take his word? A person that dealt with Tammy before? A person that, if she is a Rilzat, he know more than anybody that the God is of no honor. He know this. So what do we say? Oh, y'all get online. Oh, Cuffy said this. Cuffy's a bitter friend. Y'all get online. Bleu Davinci said this. Bleu Davinci is a dishonorable Dilzik sucker at the highest degree. He's a safety valve signing Prilzik. But y'all continue to focus on and make this video viral of him talking bad about Meech. I mean, damn, where's the honor at? When do y'all begin to say, you know what? We can't take Bleu Davinci word. We can't take Cuffy word without the paperwork being clear. Clear. Not cloudy, not, oh, we think. No, oh, I'm assuming, and you trying to be a detective because you're not, and you're not an agent. And you don't know all of it because a lot of it was kind of tangled up because Tammy wound up sleeping with one of the agents, one of the FBI agents, which threw the whole case away. So if Meech was involved, all you can do is assume because you don't have the facts or the proof of that. When will that paperwork coming out? It's not. It's not allowed to because it's going to be cloudy. And the government is not going to make it cloudy where they could be sued or people could go at them and say, y'all lying. They lie all day. Yes, they do. They lie all day. But them lying all day does not include them assuming and putting somebody in that case that wasn't a part of the case. Co-conspirator can mean that he's a co-conspirator, but it can also mean that the government assumed because they all are friends that this guy is a part of it. That's like you assuming that I'm dealing with drug dealers and I'm selling drugs because they're all a part of it. That's a RICO law. You will have to actually be active. It ain't just about the picture. It's also about your involvement. You see? So you can't be involved from a jail cell. And I'm sure he was smart enough that when they asked any questions about drugs or talked somewhere near it, it was like, I don't have no understanding of that. Why are y'all talking about this to me? And at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where a friend put somebody on to someone else and he got booked in solid. Now, like I said, if he's continuously running around with his friend, then his dishonor is the same close equality to him being a Rilzat. But if he's never got on the stand and he's never signed a statement and he's never quietly and said this, he's not a Rilzat. It makes him a Rilzat lover if that is the truth. I've seen him running around with other women. So we need to get to the bottom of having clarity. And you cannot get clarity from someone that's a liar and that's a Rilzat. Because you can't take nothing he says. You can't take part of it and then say, hey, I want to take all of it. Now you can't. You got to make sure it's all the way solid where you can be like, damn, I know this person is a pure dishonor. And if he's a pure dishonor, you know me, I ain't got no Prilzik. I'm a snills at his honor and throw it to the mill zone. But I'm going to always stand on the side if something isn't clear, that doesn't add up correctly, and the work and nothing that has to do with court documents show that he is a Rilzat. I'm going to always stand up and say, I can't say that. If you want to assume, do that, because I have assumed at a time in life. And assuming only make you the first three letters of pure Rilzat. Bottom line, what do you want to be, a Rilzat, or do you want to be a Rilzat lover? Both don't have honor. You're better off negating everything negative you ever done, starting to make that process to earn your respect and honor when it comes down to the communities that you are part of, that you lived in, that you may have once destroyed. If you can't do that, what are you doing out here? I know you're not my age or even in your 20s involved in drugs and selling them. I mean, that should be something a child makes a mistake on doing and then fix his life. You know, juvenile stuff. Once you become an adult in these times, you got full knowledge from King Erner and a bunch of other guys or felons that been to jail on this social media telling you it's not of honor. But if you want to continue to follow it, follow it. But adults, we should be on to something else. Don't wait till you get too old and your responsibilities is caught up and you're trying to figure it out, because guess what? It's going to be harsh. I know. I waited till I was older after doing so much jail time and slowing my life up being negative, and decided to also do the right thing. And believe me, it wasn't an easy task. See, the selling drugs and all that, the making the money from that is beyond easy. But going ahead working for it or creating your own earn via business is very, very hard, because that money doesn't fly in all the time quickly. So when it's not flying, you're supposed to be tucking. When it's flying, you're supposed to be tucking. You're not supposed to be out here spending all the money on drugs and negative things and women and clothes. You're not. I'm telling you, because when you're in your 20s, you're going to wake up in your 40s fairly quick. And guess what? You're not going to like what it has to offer you. You're not going to. You know what you're going to say to yourself? I don't like this. I don't like it. Everything seemed cramped up. Those bills you was letting go ahead, that credit you was just running through because you had cold cash, now you got to fix it. And it may be a time where they say, no, we're not allowing you to fix this or that. You have to pay to fix it. You got to pay back everything that you was negating and running around ignoring. And men, it's going to take a good woman to help you do that if you've been doing it so long. Or it's going to take something dramatic in your life to make you say, God, I'm going to do it right, because I need God in order to do it, or I ain't going to stay still, Zane. But you got to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you're going to be in a position where you're nitpicking here, doing this, panic, and then it's like, I don't care, I'm going to run my movie again. Party everywhere. Hey, girl, come here with your fat rear end. I'm running you like a Warren, miss. And guess what? She's gone because she's working. No matter how drill zunk and how much of a party and bags you buy her, she has her job and her bills together. But meanwhile, you living with her, and guess what? When she kick you out on your ills ass, you don't got a pot to pissing in the window to throw it out. So we as men, number one, got to start off younger. And if you started off in your early 30s, you're late. Let's start you off 17, 18 years old, having understanding that if you made some mistakes, I got to clear it up. Don't be like these Rilzats. Look at that Bleu Davinci. He just owned a rental spot, right? That everybody's car probably was wired down. Ask that Rilzat what he hills ass now. I bet you that Prilzik don't have Shilzit to make his own breath stink. You hear me? He's in a terrible position. And King Erner has understanding, but I don't have understanding of a Rilzat. So at the end of the day, stop listening to Bleu Davinci, because Bleu Davinci is a Rilzat. Stop sharing his post, going underneath of it, and y'all tell Cuffy to go ahead and present the paperwork. Present the work, not CIs with no names that don't add up to the fact of who it could be or who he wants it to be. Probably so many rats caught up in that situation. It's sick, so anybody could have been a CI. We need proof, not talk. And that's why me, the type of man I am, and it was a friend, I'm going to kick my feet back, do my tick nine. I'm not about to be accusing him as a Rilzat. I might be upset at him, don't talk to him because he's running around with Tammy or he's not speaking out loud, things like that. But other than that, I ain't about to be bitter and calling my friend or my brother or my longtime homie a Rilzat, knowing that I have no proof. And just because I'm sitting in the can stuck, I'm going to figure out a way to bring down somebody that got a solid name. We can't do that. That man took 30 on a chitlin and walked it dit now. If you can't carry it like that, and I never heard him talking about too many people and saying this one, even the Rilzats. I never heard Meech really speaking out about it. He done his tick. You hear where I'm coming from? Do your tick. That's time. It's for the layman's out there or the civilians that don't know. Tick is time. Do your tick and come home and be a better person. Other than that, stop focusing on the wrong things. King on a live and direct. That's understanding.